Good day, good day, good day, everyone. So I'm just a little tickled right now because as soon as the funky one came on, my screen cleared up. Yes, yes, yes. So those of you who are wondering what I'm talking about, I was having a little computer issue this morning. I had a blank screen and it's all well now. It's all Oh, well then. Yes, 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 yes. Good day, Tim. Yes, yes. Happy International Women's Day. And I think it's awesome that we have this day to pay special attention internationally of how women are mm, transforming this world, and we still have a long way to go, right? But I think the more women leaders we have, the better the better position we will be in my humble opinion. So, good day, Lindsay. It's good to see you. It's good to see everybody joining in. Excuse me. I am Rev Melissa, and this is Sip with Rev Melissa. And I love to say that the acronym for SIP is Spirit in Practice, Margaretta, because we are in the practice. Yes, we are. We're in the practice because perfection is in the practice. So we just focus on the practice. Yes. And I'd like to say, Mark Nepo, what he says about practice. He says, life is an endless practice. And we could say amen to that. So happy International Women's Day. It is also my personal happy day because today is the day I will be appearing at the Apollo Theater. So Sekou sent me a text this morning, happy Apollo Day. So yes, it is also happy day. Yes, fireworks, fireworks. So we are in our Earnest series. We're in our Earnest series. And someone texted me yesterday and said, Earnest is a really old word. It's like like no one uses that word. Well, I'm bringing it back. Earnest is making a comeback. Earnest is making a comeback. And so let me just remind you of what the word means. Serious and zealous in intention. Sincerity of feeling, pledge, indication of what is to follow. Now that can never go out of style. Never, right? And yesterday we was talking about being earnest about our quality, mommy, being earnest about our quality. And we was grounding that in the law of goal setting, which is the second law in Edwin Gaines' book, The Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity, which is the next class that I will be teaching, practicing the presence of abundance based on her work. So, the second law is the law of goal setting. And you have to be earnest about what it is that you want, right? You have to be earnest about it, serious, zealous, sincere in your feeling tone about it, right? Because everything that we do is an indication of what we do today. If you want to figure out what your tomorrow is going to be like, just check out what you're doing today. Just check out what you're doing today, right? So we talked about earnest about our quality, and I gave you some homework to start thinking about what are some of the goals that you have around your quality that you want to experience, right? That you want to experience. So if you're new, and Mary Beth, good morning to you. If you're new, please know this. We are focused on our quality of spirit, our quality of God, our quality of the universe, whatever you want to call it. And we are focusing ourselves on being that and doing activity around that, right? So the doingness and the beingness is connected. And I also shared yesterday the little pamphlet Did I bring it down? Yep. That Sekou's referenced also. It Works by RHJ, right? Little pamphlet. I'm telling you, it takes maybe 15, 20 minutes to read, if that. And, oh, all right, I'm just going to do a little really quick sidebar because Sekou gave us homework, right? So Sekou has a show called the Be Your Own Hero Show, comes on at 9:45 Monday through Friday. And our homework on his show is to write down what we know already how to do. I'm saying it in a different way. So we're doing a guide, a how-to guide, right? So I've just noticed that I have a bunch of these little pamphlets about different things. I have one about abundance. I have one about decluttering, a bunch of them. I'm gonna show you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna have a show and tell. And so I said, well, I could use this as a template, right? We don't have to recreate the wheel. We don't have to make it difficult, right? Just recreate it with my own stuff. Oh, I was so excited. A stack of them, a stack. I'm going to show you tomorrow. So anyway, I also shared some of RHJ's wisdom that he shares in this pamphlet also. And one of the things that he invites us to do is to start writing down our list of the things. And writing, everybody, is so powerful with your handwriting. Afterwards, you could type it up on your computer, but there's something, and I know they've done research about it. I know it's connected to our brain in some way. There is an energy, a power in writing it down with your own handwriting and then reading it in your own handwriting. There's power in that. So write down your list. So your homework was to write down from your quality the things that you want to experience, right? The things you want to experience this year. And what RHJ says is that you must be really earnest about what you want, not wishing, earnest, right? Clear, definite about what it is that you want. All right. So, where are we going today? Edwene. That's where we're going. We're going back to Edwene Gaines and her book, The Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. So I want to read something to you that she says about goal setting. And if I didn't mention, the four spiritual laws are: the first law is tithing, the second law is goal setting, the third law is forgiveness, and the fourth law is divine purpose. So those are the four spiritual laws. So we're going to spend some time this week in our earnest about our goals, right? So this is what she says. Goal setting only works if you actually do it. You have to do it. I could talk about it every single day on SIP. Sekou could talk about it every single day on Be Your Own Hero. But if we don't do anything, if you don't do anything, if I don't do anything, then guess what? Nothing's going to happen. Oh, I shouldn't say nothing's going to happen. What will happen is what's been happening. With how you are experiencing your life right now, it will just keep going that way. But if you want to experience life in a deeper, more purposeful way, if you want to experience life from the wellspring of your desire, then we have to do the work, right? We have to do the work. So this is what she says. Setting concrete and practical goals creates a vessel with which you can catch it. Creates a vessel within us in which we can catch it. This is her wisdom. She says, during the process of goal setting, you will need to take some time alone, away from the chaos and distraction of daily life, to get acquainted again with the real you. You may need to relearn how to daydream and let your mind wander as you used to do as a child. Goal setting is a wonderfully fun and creative part of the prosperity process, but it's also a very important one. You will need to give yourself the time and permission to dream big, or you will miss exactly what you are here for, to experience your own divine nature. So, what I want to say about our quality and what it is that we want to experience as our quality, bump it up a notch. Just bump it up a notch, right? Get into the space of a stretch, right? So if you already have your list, look at it again and bump it up a notch. Let's dream bigger. Let's not put any limitations on the universe, right? Let's dream bigger about our desires, right? About being earnest in our desires, right? R.H.J. writes in the book, that pamphlet, he says, remember, nothing can prevent you from having that which you earnestly desire. The only thing that can prevent it is ourselves, right? And all that encompasses our thinking, how we're spending our time, what we're doing, what we're talking about. Do we spend all day complaining, right? All of that. How are you spending your time, right? How are you dreaming and thinking and imagining your life? Yes? All right. This is the last thing I'm going to share today from the book and from the pamphlet. And I mentioned yesterday that you can order it. It's like a couple of dollars, or you can download it. It's available as a PDF online, whichever you choose. But I would really encourage everyone to get this. So the last thing I want to say about this today, because it's not the last time ever, he says this: there is a law which actually works at all times when you are in tune with it. Thank you, universe. See, that's the tune. Did y'all hear it? That is the tune of the universe, right? Ringing your doorbell. Are you going to answer it? Huh? Or are you going to act like you ain't home? Right? Right? That's the tune, y'all. I could not have orchestrated that. That was the universe. Yes? Co-signing. This is how we work. And this is how the universe works with us. Yes? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. So we're talking about being earnest. And one of the words in the definition that I just want to highlight today is zealous. Zealous. Another word that we don't use that often, at least not in my circles. And this is what zealous means: ardently active, full of devotion, enthusiastically diligent. That's how we got to be about life. That's how we have to be about our goals. Enthusiastically diligent. What? Full of devotion and ardently active. We have to be engaged. We have to be in the activity of our lives. We have to be in action. We can't just sit around talking about it, right? We have to be it, in it, engulfed in it. Yes? So where are you with your quality? Are you only in your quality when I do a roll call? Then you get excited and hyped up, right? And then the rest of the days, You're not paying it no mind. And then you're wondering why. Well, why ain't nothing happening for me? Right? Something to be aware of. No shame, no guilt, no judgment about it, y'all. It is a conscious choice that we make or an unconscious choice that we continue to make. But everyone here in the sound of my voice is aware, has a sense of awareness about themselves. I know you do. So now is the time for us to tick it up. You heard the tone. You heard the doorbell, right? You heard it. So what you gonna do? You gonna open up? Are you gonna open up to the life that is that is so patiently waiting for you to receive? And the wonderful thing is you don't have to concern yourself about how it's going to happen. So if that's what's delaying you from taking action, you figuring it out, right? The how of it all, let it go. Because who has the how? And who has the when? Remember, our part of it is the what and the why. God's part of it is the how and the when, right? So free yourself from the how of it all. It's okay. God got you. The universe got you. Do what is yours to do. Do your work. Do your work. And do it ardently, actively, full of devotion, and enthusiastically diligent. Yes, that's how we're rolling, y'all. That's how we're rolling. All right. So I know everyone is zealous about being their quality. And if you weren't, you are now. Yes. All right. All right. And you know what is yours to do. You know what is yours to do. So let's write it down. Let's just write it down. Don't judge it. Just write it down. Okay. All right. All right. So we'll continue with our earnest journey, earnestly, tomorrow. I hope all is well. We're going to get into some joy news. We're going to get into some joy news. I see some of the comments about the Apollo. So yes, that is happening today, 7 p.m. It is going to be live streamed. So the link is on my website. Ooh, say cool. I put the link on my website yesterday. Yes, building those skills. So you can find it there. Just go to revmelissa.com. Click on a little before 7, I would say, but don't click on now because ain't nothing happening now. I'm here. So 7 p.m. healing, joy and liberation, mental health and the arts tonight at 7 p.m. at the Apollo. If you have a ticket, I will see you there. If you don't have a ticket, you can watch it via live stream. I am representing joy, so that's what I'll be talking about. And I will also be closing down the event with some joy finale. I got to download this morning, so I'm excited about sharing that. So stay to the end. Stay to the end. All right. This weekend, Living Life in Joy, we are celebrating Women's History Month. Join us 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Last Sunday, y'all, if y'all missed Angela Corley, the food scientist, you missed it. But you don't have to miss it because you can watch the replay. And then this Sunday, we have another dynamic woman who is doing her work in the world, who is connected to her yes. So 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Please tune in for a wonderful show. Right after, we have Sunday in Praise at Rockland CSL, 11:30 a.m. We have a new theme for March. Our theme for March is God is my source. And last Sunday, we talked about tithing and God we trust. And you could watch the replay at our Facebook page or on YouTube. This Sunday, we're going into the second law of prosperity, the law of goal setting. And so the topic is fears, faith, and feats. Oh my, fear, faith, and feats. Oh my. Yes, that's where we're going this Sunday. So please tune in 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time. You could join us on Zoom by going to rocklandcsl.org, clicking on the Sunday service link, or you could watch the live stream on Facebook. Next class that is coming up, I mentioned, it is Practicing the Presence of Abundance, based on the book by Edwin Gaines, The Four Spiritual Laws of Prosperity. The investment is $125. I mentioned yesterday that I have a brand new, spanking new, never used copy of the book. So the first person from the Congregation of Joy that register, I will send you this free book. So you don't have to worry about getting the book. You can register on my website, revmelissa.com. Okay, let's see. Save the date. I don't know if Gladys is on, but Gladys Williams, who is she just makes the most exquisite jewelry. We're having another trunk show, April 23rd on Zoom. So stay tuned for that information right in time for Mother's Day, a couple of weeks before Mother's Day. So stay tuned, April 23rd at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Last thing for the save the date, May 22nd, 11:30 to 4:30. This is an in-person event in the Poconos Summit, Pennsylvania. I'm the keynote speaker at a women's empowerment brunch called Control Alt Delete. And it is $35, and you can find that information on my website. The event won't be live streamed. Some folks asked me about that. And as far as I know right now, it's not being live streamed. So if you're in the area, if you want to take a drive to Poconos Summit, Pennsylvania, please join me, 11:30 to 4:30, May 22nd. All right, I think that's all the joy news for now. Let me check in with Sekou, see how he's doing.
Hey. We're overlapping again today. We both talked about that booklet. And by the way, I've always said it was by Raj. Like, I just automatically saw R-A-J my whole life. So I'm like, it works by Raj. You said R-A-J. I was like, I guess I just made it out of A in the middle. Anyway, I talked about that book today. I also talked about letting God take care of the how and the when, and how that relates to abundance. Because we sometimes talk about, I want to make this amount of money in this amount of time. That constricts the flow. Like, you talk about that amount of money and be committed to it and be open to the how and the when. So we overlap there. And I wanted to highlight this comment by Bonnie. I like this because it felt like it was relevant for you and also relevant for abundance too. Where is it? This one.
A ship in the harbor is safe, but that's not what the ship was built for. I know that's right.
Right?
Yes, Bonnie.
Right? And that also resonates for abundance as well. Like, your money in your savings account is safe, but money was designed to flow, to move, to do things. And the longer it sits, the more it loses value. You've got to understand that. And I'm just coming into the understanding now. And then once you understand that, you can manipulate abundance and wealth better for you and the betterment of the people around you. But I thought that was a really good one.
Yes, I love that. Very good. Very good. I'm going to have to write that one down, Bonnie. Yes. Yes. Thank you. And I just want to circle back. This is just, I don't know, fun fact maybe. So the guy or the woman, we don't know, RHJ, what it says in it is that the author preferred, it's a guy because it says him. The author preferred that his name be omitted, knowing that the greatest good comes from helping others without expecting praise. So they didn't want, it's kind of like being anonymous. So yeah, little fun fact there. So thank you all for tuning in today. Thank you all for doing your work. Thank you all for tuning in tonight for the Apollo event, Healing, Liberation, and Joy, the mental health and the arts, 7 p.m. tune in, live stream, or I'll see you there. I'm very excited, y'all. I'm just saying, I'm just so excited. All right, y'all. Peace and blessings, peace and justice. We're living life in joy, connected to our yes.